Now, speaking of Brighton High School, recently I had the opportunity to meet some students, actually from Brighton High School and 12 Corners Middle School, and one student who was not from Brighton. But I was just so impressed by these students and the work that they've done. I wanted to give them the opportunity to come in and talk to the community at our town board meeting. Fatma Sula and Miriam Selenli. Fatma is a senior at Brighton High School. Miriam is a junior at Brighton High School. And they're going to talk about Salaam Magazine, which is a magazine, a very, very professional magazine aimed at children from about 6 to 12. So before I take away any more of your thunder, I welcome you both to come to the podium and tell us about this great, great magazine you've put together.
Hello, my name is Fatma Sula.
And my name is Miriam Selenli.
We are here today on Mr. Maley's invitation to introduce you to Salaam Magazine. Salaam Magazine started about 2 years ago when my mom, Esra Sula, who is sitting over there, gathered me and my friends together to think of something we could do for the American Muslim community. After brainstorming for a while, we thought of either translating a book from Turkish, opening a YouTube channel, or publishing a magazine for kids. And in the end, we all agreed to make a magazine, even though we didn't know anything about the publishing world. We gathered weekly to discuss things such as our mission, the content we could include, and what to name it. Then we distributed topics amongst ourselves. We planned to make the first issue as an Eid gift for kids, and it was not easy because we were writing all of the articles ourselves and also designing the pages on Microsoft Publisher. At the time, I had the role of being a designer, editor, and content creator. When we made the first issue and sold it, my mom asked us whether we wanted to continue, and we all said yes. The feeling of creating something new fascinated us. And over the past 2 years, my mom decided to take the magazine to a more professional level and has been working with a graphic designer and a few illustrators for the magazine. Children who purchase the magazine and would like to participate in it are also able to do so. My mom gives specific topics to some of them to write about, or they can send anything of their choice to us via email, and we will decide whether or not to include it. Each of the pages are reviewed by experts in their corresponding fields and are later edited by me and Mr. Mancini. This is our history and publishing process. Mariam will be telling you more about our purpose and future plans.
Okay, so when we first started our plan to make a magazine, we were surprised and also kind of disappointed that there weren't many Islamic magazines for children or any type of books or media that the children could read from. So that's how we kind of got inspired. We want to contribute something to the community. So our goal is to set a safe platform for children to safely express their cultural or religious identity, regardless of which religion they choose to follow. And also our goal is to contribute to the education and to the knowledge of kids about Islam, and also psychology, science, literature, and many other things. When we first started the magazine, we weren't really sure of what we were going to exactly do, since we didn't really know much about the publishing world. And to be honest, I wasn't so sure whether it would turn out professional or not. But when we released the first magazine, we were all very proud and happy that it was, something that we all made and put our effort into. We published our 4th issue last December, and we will be publishing the 5th in early March. Although we have difficulty with sales now, we want to have our voice heard, because we have been working very hard to promote our magazine. We have a website, and now we officially have a logo. We have recently created a yearly subscription system and have buyers outside of Rochester and even in some different states like New Jersey, California, and Texas. And we want to thank you for giving us a chance to speak here about our magazine. Most of us live in Brighton, and we wanted to contribute something to the community here. So we appreciate it. So basically, this is our first copy, our first issue of the magazine. It looks professional, but not as professional as our last copy. We made this on Microsoft Publisher, and it took us a while to kind of figure out how to use it. And all of the pages were made by us, our group, which has 8 people in it. So we have like crossword puzzles, and we have information about our profit. We have jokes in here and poems. I personally write poems for the magazine and also travel pages about different countries. And Fatma edits.
Yeah.
And,
I also helped with like designing this magazine because we didn't have a designer at the time. And like, it's not perfect, but I tried my best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It turned out pretty nice. So when it first came out, like, we couldn't believe that it actually was an actual magazine. We really had no hope that it would like continue this far. So when we did choose to continue with our second magazine, which looks way more professional than the first one, as you guys can see here. We still continued with Microsoft Publisher, but we had more writers and authors in here, so we all just kind of continued with our duties of writing poems and making crossword puzzles and everything.
Yeah. And then in the third magazine, there was a large gap between the second and third magazine, like nearly a year. And during that time, my mom like finally decided to make this, like to definitely push through with this. And so she ended up like working with a designer, and that's why it looks much better. And so we had comics pages too, because she also started working with an actual artist instead of just using free pictures from Google. But yeah, right now we're continuing on, and in the fourth magazine we also continued with the designer, and this one is probably the best one so far.
Yeah, we officially have the logo.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Yeah, that's our logo. And yeah, we also have a yearly subscription plan, which Mariam mentioned earlier, if you go on our website. So yeah.
And yeah, that's our magazine.
Yeah.
Thank you for having us here.
Wow, just wow. And I think now everybody knows why when I met with you, I just came away. I know when I was in high school, I was trying to decide whether to translate books, set up a YouTube channel, or publish a magazine. You just exemplify what Brighton is all about, what Brighton schools are all about, your creativity, your professionalism, your mother, you're just wonderful, wonderful. The way you've all worked together, I'm just speechless at what a great job you've done, and all of your fellow students. You're all talented, poised, and by the way, I think Mark Zuckerberg didn't start until he was in college. So be careful. This I just can't say enough. Thank you for coming in on a tough, snowy
Thank you for
night.
having us.
We appreciate
And
it.
congratulations, and I look forward to seeing issue 5.
Yes,
Yeah.
hopefully it'll
Early
be coming
March.
out early March.
Great.
So, and everything's on our website, salammagazine.com.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, any questions from anybody up here? Well,
No, I'm just overwhelmed. I looked at that magazine, and what a professional job. Terrific, terrific.
Thank you.
And you answered my question as you were walking away. The web address is salammagazine.com.
Yes, salammagazine.com.
Look forward to future subscriptions. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you. Thank